You know that feeling, right? You're listening to someone speak English. You understand every single word. You're nodding your head. You feel good. You think, hey, I've got this.
But then, it's your turn.
Exactly. It's your turn to speak. And suddenly, nothing. It's gone. The words are stuck in your throat. Your hands start sweating a little bit. You know what you want to say, but your mouth just won't cooperate.
That is the worst feeling, honestly. It's frustrating because, well, you feel like you're trapped inside your own head. You're intelligent, you have these great ideas, but you can't get them out.
If you are listening right now and you are nodding your head saying, "Yes, Vanessa, that is me," I want you to take a deep breath because you are not broken and your English is not bad.
No, not at all. Actually, this is probably the most common problem we hear about. You have all this passive knowledge, you can hear it, but the active part, the speaking part, that's the scary mountain to climb.
Today, we are going to climb that mountain together. We're going to give you 10 really powerful but really simple ways to unlock your voice. We want to turn that fear into just normal conversation.
So if you're learning English and you want it to feel less stressful and more like, well, like sitting here with us, stay with us.
So Bob, let's be real for a second. Why does this happen? Why can we understand Game of Thrones or a YouTube video perfectly, but we freeze when a cashier asks, "How was your day?"
You know, it's funny. I think we treat English like a subject we study instead of a sport we play. I mean, imagine reading books about swimming for 5 years. You know all the theory. You know how to move your arms. But if you never actually jump in the pool, the first time you hit the water, you're going to panic.
Oh, that is such a good example. We spend so much time analyzing English, right? We worry about grammar rules. We worry about being perfect.
Yeah, perfection is the enemy here. To be honest, I think a lot of learners are terrified of looking stupid.
Oh, absolutely. I get that. You don't want to sound like a child. You're an adult. You have a job. You have a life. And suddenly, you struggle to say, "Can I have a coffee?" It hurts your ego a little bit.
It does. But here's the thing, and this is maybe the first big tip we should talk about. Tip number 1 is make peace with being imperfect. Seriously, native speakers make mistakes all the time. I mumble. I use the wrong word sometimes.
You definitely mumble sometimes, Bob.
See? And I'm a native speaker. But really, the goal of English isn't to be perfect. It's to connect. If you say, "I go yesterday," instead of "I went yesterday," guess what? I still understand you. We still connected.
Exactly. And that leads to tip number 2. Stop translating in your head. When you try to translate every word from your language to English, it's like trying to run through water. It's so slow. It's exhausting.
It really is. You have to trust your brain a little more. Just let the simple words come out. Don't look for the fancy word. Use the simple one.
Bob, have you ever felt this? I know you're learning French. Have you had that moment where you just froze?
Oh, yeah. Many times. Actually, there was this one time a few years ago. I was in Quebec. And I felt pretty confident. I had been listening to podcasts, doing my lessons. I went into a bakery. Simple, right? I just wanted a croissant and a coffee. I practiced it in my head while I was standing in line. Un croissant, s'il vous plaît. Un café, s'il vous plaît. I had it perfect.
So what happened?
Well, I got to the counter. The woman looked at me and she smiled. And she said something. But she said it really fast, and she used a slang word I didn't know, and I froze. I mean, my mind went completely blank. I couldn't even remember the word for coffee.
Oh no, That panic. I know that feeling. Your heart starts racing.
It was awful. I felt my face getting hot. I just pointed at the croissant and mumbled something in English. I felt so embarrassed. I walked out of there thinking, Bob, you've been studying for 2 years. What is wrong with you?
Aw, Bob. But you know what? That is so relatable. I think everyone listening right now has a story like that. A moment where they wanted to disappear. But here's the important part. Did you stop learning French?
Number 1. I wanted to quit that day. But I realized that moment of fear, it's just part of the process. It's a growing pain. And that brings up tip number 3. Talk to yourself. After that bakery disaster, I started talking to myself in the car, just narrating my life. I am driving. The light is red. That car is blue. It sounds crazy.
No, it's not crazy. It's brilliant. Because there is no pressure. No one is judging you.
Exactly. It builds that connection between your brain and your mouth muscles. You need to train your mouth to move in English shapes.
I love that. Hey, if this story feels familiar to you, if you've ever frozen up in a bakery or a meeting, hit the like button on this video. It helps other learners find us and realize they aren't alone either.
Yeah, it really helps.
I want to add tip number 4, shadowing. Bob, explain shadowing really simply for everyone.
Sure, shadowing is just copying, like a parrot. You listen to a podcast, like this one, and you repeat exactly what we say while we are saying it. You don't pause. You just try to match our speed, our emotion, our melody.
Yes, don't just read words, feel the emotion. If I say, "Oh, wow," you say, "Oh, wow," with the same energy. It helps you find your English personality.
That's a big one, finding your English personality. Sometimes I feel different when I speak French, maybe a little shyer, and that's okay.
So, we've talked about mistakes. We've talked about that scary freezing feeling. Let's quickly look at some of the English in action we've used today. Because, Bob, you used some great phrases that are perfect for natural conversation.
Did I? I wasn't even paying attention. That's the goal, right?
Exactly. Okay, the first one. You said, "My mind went blank." This is perfect for our topic today.
Yeah, my mind went blank. It means empty, nothing in there. You forgot everything. You can say, I tried to remember his name, but my mind went blank.
I love that one. Use that next time you forget a word. It sounds so natural. Another one you used. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, I use that all the time. That's when you know the word. You can almost feel it, but you can't quite say it. What's that movie called? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yes. And one more. You said, make peace with it. Make peace with being imperfect.
That's a deep one. To make peace with something means to accept it, to stop fighting against it. You just accept that mistakes are going to happen, and you stop worrying. You make peace with it.
That is beautiful. And honestly, that is tip number 5. Change your mindset. Don't say, I have to speak English. Say, I get to speak English. Shift from fear to curiosity.
I like that. Curiosity is way better than fear. And, tip number 6, record your voice. I know. Nobody likes the sound of their own voice.
I hate listening to myself, even on this podcast sometimes.
Me too. But recording yourself on your phone for just 1 minute a day, it helps you hear your progress. You can listen back and say, hey, I actually sounded pretty good there.
We covered a lot today, but if you take away just one thing from this conversation, I hope it's this. You are doing better than you think.
You really are. The fact that you are here, listening to this conversation in English, that is huge. That is a victory. Don't let the fear of speaking steal the joy of learning.
Speak to your dog, speak to yourself in the shower, speak along with us. Your voice is important. We want to hear it.
We do. So, tell us in the comments, what is one situation where you felt stuck? Was it a hotel? A restaurant? Let's share our stories and support each other.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It really feels like hanging out with friends.
It does. Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep talking.
See you next time.
Bye.